welcome to Ecoholics. This is the research process video series, and today we are going to understand the last stage of the research process, which is the writing of the report. Report writing is very important stage, and which is why it is going to be noted and it is going to be evaluated by a certain person, authority, or it is going to be signed by a certain authority for its final evaluation. Now, when we write a research report, there are things that one should note. Research report should not start at the end. Like, these are the 8 stages that we did in the whole research process. However, even if the research writing the report comes at the end, you should keep on writing as a researcher your concepts or the pieces of information that you have collected in a certain order. The reason why a researcher should keep on building the report is just because many a times there would be some very important things that might slip out a researcher's mind while writing the report at the end of the whole research. Because the research is a very cumbersome and a very tiring and patient process, and because it requires a lot of systematism and careful integration of a variety of things, there might be many things that a researcher's mind may slip out. And because of that, it's very important for the researcher to make a systematic note of things which can be then later be described or explained in a systematic fashion, in the fashion of whatever it is required by a certain authority. For example, a research report, if has to be published or if it has to be submitted to a certain authority, a university or an organization, then they are going to give you a scheme of formats that according to that the report has to be made. The abstract definitely becomes a very integral part of the report, which is like a concise paragraph of the whole report. Now, of course, it's going to be very difficult for a person to write a paragraph if the report has been created at the first, or if the researcher has not done their research properly. So because of that, it's very important to make systematic notes during your research so that it will be indicative of whatever concisely you're going to write in your abstract. That way the abstract will be effective, and an effective and efficiently written abstract always is going to give the element of intellect to the person who's reading it. It is also going to pose to be a very authentic way of presenting your report, and it is also going to be a way in which your report is quite genuine, which will be displayed or projected to the authority or to the organization or to any individual. So after your abstract, then of course comes the whole body of the report, which is an introduction, and then of course a variety of other things that are going to be written in your report. What were the basic statistical tools that you definitely used, or what was the research design and the research tools that you used. That will be definitely very, very importantly seen, because the kind of research that is going to happen or that has happened will be very clear from your abstract. And once your report is going to be read by a certain organization or any entity, they will definitely see the research design. Have you used a specific research design for your research, or have you used some different types of compatible research designs or not? That can be definitely seen from this. Then definitely a report comes with a lot of small things that a researcher would note, which is writing skills and writing, and we can also say presenting skills. So presentation of a report also is equally important. Any organization or any entity or any business or any such institution, whichever to whomever you are submitting your report to will ask you to write the report in a specific format, and that format will have the font type, the font size, all of that, very detailed things. Now many a times students and candidates just let it go, or they just ignore those nitty-gritties. But if the researcher is not systematic, then definitely it will be creating a lot of problems and issues in compilation of the data. So to keep a standardized way of presenting something is definitely more efficient, and which is why such nitty-gritties also have to be paid attention. Another thing that will be very important in your research report will be the bibliography. Now, bibliography is something that plays again a very important role, because all the things that you read in your review of literature and all the things that you drew from that review of literature to cite in your research paper or report will be taken into the bibliography. Now, bibliography is done in many ways. Mostly the American Psychological Association, which is also known as APA style, is the mostly used type of bibliography writing. It can also be written in MLA style or any other different style, but most of the time American Psychological Association style is the mostly read and mostly used one. Basically, it would have the author's last name, then the author's first name, then you will have the year of publication, then the book title, then it will be the place of publication, and finally the publisher who has published the paper. All of that information also is very important, because you have to cite everyone, everything and every place wherever you have drawn your data, from wherever you have cited something, wherever you have taken some wise words from. It's very important, because there are copyright issues associated with report and thesis making. So this is how you write the report. Your final report will generally be emphasizing on things like analysis and conclusion of data, your findings, your conclusion. What did you actually come out to tell the world? Why did you research something at the first place, and then what did you find? The whole journey will be indicated by the report. So that is your report writing, and that ends the last stage of research process. So these were the 8 stages of research process. Hope you understood each of the stage and you liked these videos. For more such topics to interact with you all, do comment on these videos and do visit our website, and keep liking and sharing our videos and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.